Jujutsu Kaisen has hit a whole nother level. We are continuing the trend of absolute ass kicking. Although we have had back-to-back depressing episodes, 2 deaths right after each other. I mean, I think Gege just wants the pain to sink in a little more. I know some people want to catch that little cat thing after this. This episode starts off with a cute flashback. Nobara spilt tea on one of Gojo's hella expensive shirts, and now they're trying to get it off before Gojo comes back. Man, this is so cool. This is nice. Look at them trying to hide Gojo's shirt from him. This is so hot. Yeah, this was absolutely foul. And from that, we go straight into Yuji's breakdown. From a nice happy scene to one of the darkest scenes in the entire show so far. As much as I love the manga, the anime keeps taking this to another level, especially with these emotional scenes. But Yuji doesn't even have time to grieve. Mahito goes straight for the kill, and he hits Yuji with a black flash. Bro got a taste of his own medicine, and now Mahito claps back with some revenge for last episode. Yuji doesn't even have the resolve to get back up anymore, and Mahito is just laying into him. Mahito's speech is gritty, but really well done. We get a clear view into his mindset and goals. He doesn't care about anyone else, whether it be ally or foe. His only goal in mind is to get to the true essence of his soul, which is being a curse. All he cares about is fulfilling his role as a curse. And to do that, he infiltrates the realm of the strongest, starting off with Yuji Itadori. He keeps going, opening up new wounds all across Yuji's body, screaming at him as he pummels him. As much as we hate Mahito, his voice actor did an absolutely phenomenal job at portraying his character. It is all thanks to Nobunaga Shinazaki's stellar performance. No one else will be able to portray Mahito's character quite like he does. Mahito pulls out a blade and gets ready to finally finish the job, but a clap echoes through the station, and Yuji disappears from in front of Mahito. Mahito sits there shocked. He knows who this is. A signature theme starts playing. The sound of the Gion Shoja temple bells echoes the impermanence of all things. The real one, the big man, he is here. Aoi Todo, one of the most beloved characters in the entire series and one of my favorites. Todo approaches Yuji and tells him he needs to stand up. Yuji tells him he can't. He reminisces about everything that's happened. Nobara, Nanami, the thousands of people killed by Sukuna. He thinks to himself that he's nothing but a murderer, nothing but somebody who doesn't deserve sympathy, someone who is a monster. But Todo knows he isn't all that. Even though Nanami and Nobara both gave up their lives, Yuji is the one who has to continue moving forward and taking what they left behind. Todo was such a wonderful character, and although he appeared just to be a bit of a weirdo at the start, as his character's been built, we find that he's one of the kindest characters in the series, and there's a lot behind him in terms of development, and a lot more that could be explored in the future. Mahito does not like monologues, so he goes in for another attack, but Todo switches spots with him and kicks him away, creating distance. They got a whole Guilty Gear effect in here. As the light shines down on Todo, highlighting his figure, almost as if he's a savior, he gives another speech to Yuji, telling him that they are Jujutsu sorcerers, and their job is to carry on the will of the other people who have died. He gives Yuji some time and charges at Mahito. They get straight to scrapping, but Mahito is unable to land a hit on Todo. The animation used at this part reminds me of some of the One Piece animation. If anyone knows who animated this part, please leave it in the comments below. I really want to find out. Although Todo is able to dodge all of Mahito's moves, he can't actually do any damage to Mahito because he can't hit his soul. The other 2 people who were able to do that were Yuji and Nobara. Mahito gets ready for another hit, but then the sound of clapping rings out again. Yuji is back, and now he's stronger than ever. His resolve has been healed. We see a shot of Nanami telling Yuji that he's got it from here. And for the first time in 2 years, we see Yuji do another black flash. He lands it on Mahito and rips up his arm. And man, all the black flashes this season are truly wonderful cuts of animation. It is a move that most people can do if they're skilled enough. But to me, it still feels like Yuji's move, even though he didn't make it, and he's not the only one that can do it. It just feels right seeing him land it. Most of these fight scenes we're seeing are a lot of anime original content that weren't in the manga. I truly believe that this anime adaptation is enhancing the manga's experience. The fact that blood, sweat, and tears is being put into this adaptation gives me so much respect for the people behind it. And as we know about the things going on at MAPPA, these animators still are pushing out the best stuff we've seen in years in terms of shonen fights. Like, the hype this episode was just out of this world. It had me off my seat. Although Yuji and Todo have only fought together once technically, their synchronization when fighting with each other is unmatched, and through their battles they grow closer together. The choreography and direction when they fight together is also superb. The synchronization and each movement is so fluid and well done. And the setting changes in this fight are also fantastic. All of this combined makes this fight so interesting to watch. We have a break in all the action. And if you were wondering what was happening with all the other curse users, this is what was going on. The scene cuts to Miwa sitting in a train on the way to Shibuya. The lighting has immediately changed to dark blue as she talks to Mekamaru on his little device. At this point, Mekamaru is finally able to talk to her one last time. He diverted the other curse users away from the Shibuya incident when he knew it was going to happen because he wanted to keep them safe. Miwa asks if it's because she's weak, but Mechamaru responds it's because of his weakness. He's finally able to tell her how he feels, and that no matter what, he wants her to be happy. The rest of the crew tense up in the back as they hear Miwa's cries ring out throughout the train. Fighting I was talking about before continues on. Todo has watched Yuji put everything he has into the Black Flash he landed on Mahito. Both the Cursed Spirit and Yuji have both landed at the Black Flash. Yuji picks up a rock embedded with cursed energy and throws it as hard as he can. Todo then swaps with this rock, and what follows is one of the wackiest but coolest animated sequences I have seen in a long time. I seriously had chills during this entire part. It looked like something All Might would do, but even better. With Yuji by his side and his connection to Takada, Todo finally lands his Black Flash. Although this doesn't affect Mahito's soul, so it doesn't damage him, which really pissed me off. It was still worthwhile for the spectacle. Honestly, the end part of the episode is probably my favorite because this is where the hype builds up the most. They left us off with a lot of anticipation for next episode. All three of them get up and face each other. All three of them have unlocked 120% of their potential. And animating the manga panel was a fantastic idea because this looks amazing. Like goddamn, you can't tell me that's not cold. The finale of the Shibuya incident arc is coming up and it's definitely going to be eventful. We've had a lot of fantastic moments so far, more than ever for JJK. And honestly, this might be one of my favorite arcs in the book. But all I can say, there's a reason this show is getting the hype it deserves. They blew my expectations this week, and I reckon they'll blow it next week, so we'll see it at that. But that's all I got for today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and maybe subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And I'll see y'all in the next one.